I wanted to make this video because the Stormlight Archive RPG is out now in Kickstarter format. And the way they did it is very interesting, and I like how they did it, and it's very inspiring. So basically, they're calling it Cosmere RPG. So essentially, it's going to be the RPG system for all of Brandon Sanderson's works. So I was thinking of something similar with Aetherbound being the existing rule system, and it's essentially being new releases are going to be different settings, and I think it's pretty much the same as what D&D has done, Pathfinder has done. So it might not seem as special and as great as it first makes itself out to be, but it could be very interesting. So we're going to go to Kickstarter page because not only is the idea of having one holistic RPG system for all of his works, because I know his works are different. For example, I've only read the Reckoner series, and I've been told to read Stormlight Archive if you are a super Brandon Sanderson fan. If you read all of his works, let me know which one I should read first, because I'm thinking as this approaches the time for it to come out, which is going to be in 2025, I should be catching up on the Stormlight Archive series. Because let's go. Let's go into this. Because I don't plan on purchasing or backing the Kickstarter, because I personally don't plan on playing the system. I guess if I find a group and stuff like that to try it out eventually somewhere down the road, but I do want the material so I can go through it and be inspired for my own works. So not only am I just inspired seeing how this is, it already got $3.5 million back. And I'm big, I'm trying to make a media company, trying to fund my own game. So I like looking at the business and the numbers. So this has 22 more days to go. I think this came out yesterday or earlier today because I got the email. It wasn't real. Well, let's see what you get. So you can choose your path. I just read some of it, but I haven't read the entire thing yet because I was like, okay, let's make the video. So you have the Stormlight, different paths. I haven't read the book, so I have no idea what these mean. And then Mistborn, they're coming. Cosmere RPG is going to expand, and the way it was read is that you have the main rules, but then depending on the world, they'll have extra rules or rules that make you feel like you're inside the world that they're talking about. And plus, you get these nice things, Stormlight World Guide and stuff like that. Hopefully, they have all of this stuff after the Kickstarter and they're not Kickstarter exclusive. But I guess I have to read the book series to see if I'm that invested in the world. But I will say that I have watched several videos on Brandon Sanderson talking about world building and stuff like that because I need to learn these things if I'm going to do world building for Aetherbound and game design in general. And they were very good. So I will give them that. Uh, Also, shout out to Stephen King and his knowledge, his advice on world building. I need to read his book. And then George R. R. Martin, but he doesn't. He takes so long to write the books. It's like, we're not going to get into that right now. So you get all these nice things. I'm not an expert in Kickstarters, and the only big Kickstarter that I watched before this was the DC-20 Kickstarter, and then I've watched a Roll 20, not Roll 20, but Roll for Combat talk about Kickstarters. I believe his name is Steven Glicker. He talked about one of the big things on getting the money from the Kickstarters are these higher level tiers and exclusive items. Because I'm not like a professional Kickstarter backer, and I'm just starting to learn this platform and stuff like that. And it seems like it has some nice things. Like I'm gonna look at this in the or from the view of a fan, consumer, and stuff like that. Special dice, nice. And then if you're a player, this one costs $195. Everything in the reader, it looks like you get all of this. Then you get a plot deck. I don't know what plot decks are going to be for. Handbooks. Handbooks are always nice, especially if you're in the nerd community. Like having more information about something you love is like just like can you really doubt the greatness? But anyway, you have it looks like a game screen, PDFs of all included books. Yeah, we need that PDFs. Levels. Oh, they're gonna have level 0. I didn't see this. Okay, Aetherbound has level 0 too. I've heard that other systems have it. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if it was Darkest Dungeon or some other system, but I like how this is. Well, this is level 0 guide, so I don't know if it's like an on the side add-on for the official system, like you start at level 1, or like you start at level 0 and then you have an extra guide to help it out. Because Pathfinder 2nd Edition has like a little snippet, a page or two on level 0 characters, but it's not baked into the system. I do need to expand on level 0, but based on the playtest, the characters felt significantly weak enough. I was okay with it. It went very well. Because you're not supposed to be strong just starting out, especially at level 0. At first I thought the champion, his armor class was way too high for a level 0 character, but I'm like, his hit points are low. So it's like, and if an enemy gets one critical hit, it's like you're already down. Even with the death's door mechanic that I implemented, even though you can still fight, it's like being able to only use one action point versus an enemy that can use 4 action points. You can't compete. You're dead. But we'll continue. Liquid Core Dice, Stormlight I love miniatures. Even though I don't play in person like I play online, I would love to have an in-person group like eventually, because I still have well, I really can't say miniatures because I have from the Pathfinder monster box, like original Pathfinder monster box, where you have the little cardboard thing with the image of the monster and you put it on these black plastic circles to represent the size of the creature. I do have, it's not there. I don't think it's over there, but I probably moved it. I have a dragon miniature because dragons my favorite type of creature, so I had to get that type of creature. So I do want to probably starting next year Gen Con, I can go and channel my inner nerd when it comes to TTRPG stuff and get some material. But I just don't want to buy the stuff and I just have them and I don't have a in-person group. So we'll work on that. Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna like go with the flow type of person. We'll see if it turns out. Ooh, in this 32-page level 0 adventure, you build your character as you what? Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Like this will be a great resource to get. I do love like how people could just come together and back a project. 12,000 people can raise over $3.5 million. That's just like, I just want to take a moment to express like how people coming together can make a huge impact or support a cause that they believe in. Of course, they're getting something in return, but it's like, it's great. We're not going to watch this. You can watch this. You can go to the Kickstarter. I'll have a link to the Kickstarter underneath the video, and you can watch this. I probably might watch it on the side too. I'm definitely going to watch. I'm going to add it to my watch later playlist, and then we'll watch it. So choose your path. and it's a D20 system. I'm gonna like all of these things because based off of Pathfinder, I using backgrounds, but I'm calling them affinities since I'm starting at level 0. They can't really be called backgrounds because level 0, you're just starting off. But affinities, it keeps the very sense of the thing. This is what you're inclined to do. So you might have an affinity towards being a soldier. Like you have that natural inclination to be that, a natural inclination to be a pirate, a criminal, stuff like that. And that affects traits and stuff like that. So I think it's very interesting, and I think it works out. So it'll be exciting to see what paths they have. Some ideas might spring to mind. Heroic paths is going to be a great thing to read. Let's see what I can become inspired by. A living RPG. Now, that might just be. Let's read it. Brandon Sanderson's existing books provide enough material for years of Cosmere RPG releases, and the scope of the Cosmere will continue to increase as he writes new novels. The Cosmere RPG has been designed as a flexible framework that can accommodate any story, from shard blades to firearms. Okay, I don't know what a shard blade is. Not yet. From simple Fabrials to awakened technology, still don't know what Fabrial is. Because of that shared DNA and the fact that the system's rules are based on Brandon's well-defined rules for investiture, the system is ready for worlds to collide. I like the sound of that. Like, it's kind of amazing. I love the concept of synergy. Like Brandon Sanderson, just from I only read the regular series, but the regular series, amazing series. It was so good that I'm just going to expect that his other works were, even though he's not known as the Reckoner, like known for the Reckoner series, it was so good, and he's known for the Stormlight Archive. I'm gonna think that Stormlight Archive and Mistborn. I'm gonna assume that they are even better. So the fact that he's connecting like the RPG, so he's already a fantastic writer. Now he's just I think they call it horizontal integration, expanding into different markets, whatever you want to say. And he's able to, like, from his existing brand, launch this very quickly without having to go to through the normal startup woes that you might come across. Shout out to Alan too, because he was able to launch DC-20 only with his YouTube channel. And of course, he wasn't as popular as Brandon Sanderson, but he still did. I don't know if it went over 2 million. I think it did go over 2 million. I think it. I haven't checked recently, but I'm pretty sure it did. Now, media, how to play Brandon Sanderson, Stormlight Archive. I don't know. This might be older because now it's called Cosmere. High Rollers One Shot, the Cosmere RPG. I kind of don't want to watch these because I haven't read the books yet. I really want to know like the background and more like the business and the art side of the creation of this versus like going into the game itself. So most of my content is going to be more about the art business side of it and talking about the system itself. I probably, because I don't have the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I'm not a big YouTuber in the space yet, so they don't send out anything to me, which I didn't expect them to. Hopefully, this channel builds up to the point where we do receive review materials for different RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder. Those are really the only ones I care about, but I might go into other systems. So you can meet the team. I don't know these people, nor do I care. Where's Brandon Sanderson? So we can do a shout out to Brandon. Who are these people? Where's Brandon Sanderson at? Anyway, okay, we got a shipping. Estimated shipping September 2025, first wave. Yeah, that's too far for me. That's one thing I don't like about Kickstarter. It just takes too long to get stuff. Products have been in development for a year longer than the Mistborn books and will ship in the first wave. Yeah, I think I can wait. When you complete the backer kit pledge manager after the close of this campaign, 2025 to 2026 shipping cost. I guess this is nice that they included the shipping cost for transparency to the and personally as someone who backs it, I don't know. People are different. I really, if I'm a fan of the work, I really wouldn't care like the shipping costs. Of course, I'm expecting them to make money from the project, capitalism and all that. Uh, and people need to eat and survive to make more work. Um, Now this stuff, I guess this is telling you what you get. Oh, I'm so glad they put everything easy. Like if you get the player bundle, you get all of this. If you get the GM bundle, you don't get the liquid core dice. You don't get the Stormlight minis pack. And then you have phase one, first digital awards sent. That's pretty nice. Now let's see. And I'm pretty sure this is really not even expensive. Like, I think Steven Glicker was saying like those expensive higher end tiers and stuff to make a lot of money, but $385 for a collector tier? Like I was expecting like 1,000 some dollars, like like for these higher end Kickstarter. I don't know why, because I guess it depends on like what Kickstarter is and maybe my mind. You can let me know. I have no idea why that came into my mind when he was talking about like expensive tiers, but $385 and you get everything. This is like Stormlight Liquid. Okay, I'm not trying to I'm not whatever you call those things supported by them. So I'm not going to like convince myself to purchase this. I already told myself that hey, the work is not done yet, and 2025 September is too long to wait. But oh, and I haven't read the books yet, so I probably should read the books before I start packing stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you want future videos, if you want me to check out any other RPG, let me know. In the future, my plans are of course, to continue working on Aetherbound, covering material related to that, but also do more deep dive videos into other RPGs as I get the books. For example, when I get the D&D 5th edition new player's handbook, then I want to dive deep into that kind of for nostalgia reasons. Second, to figure out what they've done. It's been a while since I looked into D&D 5th edition, so it'll be like a trip down memory lane. And then if they have any good ideas, then I can be inspired by them. I like that phrase. But from what I've seen, it's like they're just adding stuff that Pathfinder Second Edition has already implemented successfully, like the weapon maneuvers and all that stuff. Pathfinder Second Edition has something that effectively does the same thing, but I guess I have to read it to see the exact implementation. But we'll see. But thanks for watching.